high, pushing with it. Yes, Jonathan. See you again tomorrow. 1, 2, 3, Filbasket!
Welcome to the second game of Filbasket International Championship. We have here two teams looking for their first win in this short tournament. On my left, we have here Max Amonte from BGC Builders, and on my right, we have here Darwish Bederi. And now first, let's ask Mac. Mac, how is the team planning to bounce back after back-to-back losses?
We need to improve our defense and our outside shooting para makuha namin yung unang panalo namin.
Right, and now for Darwish, you are here in the international stage, but how does it feel going up against a fellow Filipino team?
Yeah, it's really nice to go against a Filipino team. We get to play our signature physical brand of basketball, and we get to show how good Filipinos are.
Right, so in we are a few moments away from the game, and now let's turn it over to the panel.
Thank you very much, Janine Sakal, who's going to be working this game with us here today. Darwish Bederi, always a character, and pardon the Max Amonte Tagalog there. He just said that and just to interpret it, they need to step it up and get the win today. That's how simple it is. Noel Zarate still working alongside Jen Reyes from the MABA Stadium here in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. And it's very, very strange to see that these two teams are looking for their first win. The BGC Builders actually dropped their first two assignments. As we look at the lineup here for the Pilipinas Aguilas, a lot of names there that have played in the professional ranks in the Philippines. Alan Mangajas, one of them, of course, Rafi Reyes, Mac Baracael, who exploded for a total of 23 points in their debut. But it was a loss against Harimau, so they are going to look for the bounce back here today against the BGC Builders, unfortunately at 0-2 in the lineup, and they do have one of the most lethal scorers in the Philippines by the name of Tay Teodoro. So we bring in now Jen, an all-Filipino matchup right here, Jen, and one thing's for sure, one team is going to finally get their first win today.
Yes, Noel, and I'm really excited to see this game. I believe this is going to be a run-and-gun game again, high-scoring game. Just Filipino style play of basketball.
All right, we are a few seconds away now from the start of our second game for today. And as we mentioned, both teams still looking for victory number one. And it's strange to see that the two Filipino teams are starting out at 0-1. You know, you go back probably 10 years ago, you say the Filipino teams are going to sweep the opposition. That's no longer the case. Remember earlier today, the team from Brunei defeated the team from the Philippines, a 107-105 win for Pegasus Sports against the Makabayan Warriors.
And that's a really good sign for other countries, the development of basketball in other Asian countries. And I just want to mention some points here. Keys to win the game for the Aguilas.
All right.
First off, they want to bounce back and forget about that game as we talked about earlier, amnesia. And it's a must-win game for them, and they're going to try to run and really push the pace. They want more effort from Prince Eze. And on the BGC side, they're just going to try to enjoy the game. And they want more effort on the defensive end, individual defense, and also they're going to try to run and push the pace. Get Tay Teodoro scoring. And we're seeing the starting lineups right here for both teams.
Yeah, Pilipinas Aguilas, of course, in the white jerseys today. James Martinez right in front of us. He's crying right now. James Martinez is crying right now in front of us. I'm just kidding. He almost had the win. He had the winning shot in his hands, but he was not able to do it. But James is going to bounce back the next game for sure. And he's going to take us out to dinner one day for sure, Jen.
I hope.
Yeah. We are now going to see the starters for the BGC Builders in an 0-2 hole. They are starting out with a lot of wide bodies, that's for sure here. With Marlon Monte along with Tay Teodoro and JM Gonzalez also there, Raymond Matias, and oh my goodness, even Mark Doligon is in the starting lineup. So that's about a combined weight of a small car. The starting lineup for the BGC Builders. I mean, look at that. That's at least 1 ton.
I've seen them earlier. Doligon, Teodoro, and I believe that was Saret. They were all eating.
Oh my goodness, that must have been a fun meal.
Food.
Well, a lot of them are first timers here in Malaysia as well. As with our ladies here, Mika and Janine, they have been soaking up the local culture. I'm surprised they didn't get any of those wreaths from yesterday from our Indian friends. But it is still scoreless in this one. JM Gonzalez trying to extend his range. We have Jello Alangila now bringing the ball down. That means Rafi Reyes has moved over to the 2-guard spot. Rafi missing that one, and Prince Eze is not going to miss from 2 feet away.
There you go. Prince Eze needs to bounce back from his last game.
How about Raymond Matias moving well without the ball and beating Eze down the court. So 2-all is our score. Again, both teams looking for win number 1. Rafi Reyes and the rest of the Pilipinas Aguilas fell to the Harimau squad of Malaysia, which is actually the Malaysian national team. And how about 2 for 2 to begin the game for Prince Eze, and a technical foul is going to be called. Oh, I thought it was going to be a technical foul.
Too easy for Prince Eze.
Again, Eze that close to the basket, give it to him already. Although he did have an experience at the free throw line in the game against Harimau when he went like, I believe was 2 for 9 from the line, as it is a duel between Matias and Eze at this point. Both gentlemen have scored all the points for their teams.
BGC doing a great job shooting-wise.
Yeah, everybody's been getting layups right now. How about Jello Alangilan trying a 3, and Racho.
Oh, great fake. doesn't get the foul right there.
Oh, Raymond Batias
Just
showing
like
the
his-
elbow. It
Just
looks
like his brother.
Yeah, well, J.M. Gonzalez looks like he got hit in the ribs. Almost a steal by Baracael. And it will stay on the side of the blue shirts of the BGC Builders. I mean, look at this starting lineup for BGC. Nobody there is below 180 pounds.
I agree.
Teodoro!
I wonder who their strength
Oh,
and
they're going to call a
conditioning coach is.
foul on Rafi Reyes. You got the two former PBA players going at it. And Rafi.
3 free throws for
Yeah.
Tate Teodoro.
Well, that's going to get Tate warmed up if he gets to the free throw line and shoots 3. That is foul number 1 on Rafi Reyes. Remember that Rafi picked up 4 fouls in their game against Harimau. And Tate, not good on the first, but he is just warming up. This is one of the most explosive scorers, can score 30 points at any given time. He's that unorthodox wind up to his shot. I mean, I'm trying to think of all of the players with the weirdest forms in their jump shots. But again, if it works, why change it? Tate, 2 out of 3.
Yes.
One of the strangest jump shots I ever saw was Sean Marion's jump shot. It came from the hip.
Strangest jump shot I saw was from Leo Austria.
Oh, yeah.
Coach
Well.
Leo Austria. But he doesn't miss.
That's right. Well, Esse with his first miss of the game. 6-4 is our score. The BGC Builders with the early lead against the Pilipinas Aguilas. Nice pick and roll action here. J.M.
Strong
Gonzalez
move right there. Just couldn't get it to fall.
into the front court now. It is Jello Alangilan with his first basket of the game. Rafi Reyes doing some point guard chores there. 6-all. Doligon on the pull-up from 14. Good challenge that time, provided by Racho.
Both teams looking to run here in transition.
Mac Baracael.
Most of the points are actually coming off transition baskets.
All of the points have been on layup so far. Let's see if that can change on the shot by Monte. That does not work. Baracael now over to Alangilan. Splits the defense but does not shoot. Here's Baracael. Oh, he's going to drop it inside the Jello. So it's like a workout between these two teams right now.
Great pass. Great ball movement for the Pilipinas Aguilas. Very unselfish play.
They have built this 4-point lead right now, 10-6. Teodoro still can't buy a 3-pointer. Monte on the stretch. And the recovery made by Esse.
This is one guy you want to see, or you want to see get going. Marlon Monte. He's had a bad game last game, but I hope he bounces back this one.
Well, Marlon Monte started out with 6 points in the first quarter. That was pretty much it after that.
Exactly.
Raymond Matias called for the foul here, Jen. We're going to have our first sub of the game because it is a running game. So we're going to have a sub coming in. Etok Doroteo is going to see his first action. J.M. Gonzalez actually got hit in the ribs earlier. I guess they're going to look at him right now.
I hope it's okay and not nothing serious there.
They try to lob it up to Esse, puts it on the floor, and Prince Esse gets the basket plus the foul.
Too easy for Prince Eze. No one really can reach him once he puts the ball up. And great execution and great inbounds play right there for Coach Montfort.
Well, Esse is actually about 6'9", 6'10", wingspan about 6'11", 7 feet. He's more known as a rim protector, but he has developed his medium-range shot throughout the years. But the one thing he still has to work on is the free throws, really.
Yes.
Monte! Can't get it to go. There's Alangilan into the front court now. 6:28 remaining. Alangilan sent back that time by Doroteo. Into the front court now. Monte looking for a friend. Gets it out to Teodoro. Tate. Can't do the up and under. Monte momentarily open, decides to drive, and Marlon Monte scoops it in.
Here we go. Marlon Monte getting his first 2 points.
So 12-8 is our score as we come up on 6 minutes remaining here in the second. Baracael going to the left side. Nice touch passing, and there's a jam coming from Prince Esse.
Nice passing there by Pilipinas Aguilas. And it's really a must-win game for them.
Well, not to the extent, of course, the must win for BGC. They're 0-2 right now, and they turn it over again. Baracael going the other way. And BGC has to talk this one over. Suddenly, the afterburners are on early for the Pilipinas Aguilas, up by 8, 16-8 against the BGC Builders. Back with us here, ladies and gentlemen, inside the MABA Stadium in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Second game of our quadruple header today. Day 3 of the Sportsclick Filbasket International Championship. Noel Zarate, Jen Reyes, Janine Sakal. Three-pointer finally drops. Etok Doroteo lines it up.
High-scoring ball game right here.
Well, the high-scoring game was in our first game earlier. It was 107-105. Is that a combined 212 points?
Yeah.
And here is Doligon. And Darwish Bederi seeing his first action of the game. Looks like he's going to get tagged for this foul. It is on Darwish Bederi. So Mark Doligon, one of the burly enforcer types in the Philippines, who's so underrated with regards to his offense. He's quite an offensive player as well.
Actually, he's been really showcasing his full arsenal right here in this league. He can shoot, he can dominate in the inside, but one of his specialty moves is the spin cycle.
Yeah.
Every time he's down the post, for sure he's going to spin.
Well, he could not get anything to drop in on the free throws. So the score remains unchanged right now, 16-11. Alangilan finding Essay. Passes up on this. Darwish likes this shot, top of the key, but he can't get it to go. Less than 5 minutes remaining.
Good
in
look
the first.
right there for Darwish.
That's going to be a foul going the other way, it appears, on the steal by Alangilan. Marlon Monte called for the foul, and now Joshua Saret is going to see his first action of the game, as well as Adrian Lau coming in now for the BGC Builders. So everything's getting wider now for both teams. More heft coming in. No, forget the height. It's all heft right now between these two squads.
But I really like that guy, Jello Alangilan.
Oh, yeah.
Doing all the intangibles for the Pilipinas Aguilas.
Cortez also there, yeah.
Steady point guard.
Ese, he has a mission today. Already with 10 points in the game. 18-11 is our score. 4:25 remaining here in the first. Doligon banging bodies with Bederi.
Again.
Trying to drop it inside, but it's a 3-second violation. Had Doligon put up the shot, Matias would not have been called for the 3-second violation.
I just want to tell you something about this guard Cortez. I've played with him a couple of times in one of the villages in the Philippines,
right,
in the south. And I was surprised to see him here.
Well, you're not surprised to see him make that reverse.
And he's a very good shooter, very streaky shooter. And also, he can drive.
Well, he did have a good finish right there. Now a 9-point lead, largest in the game for the Pilipinas Aguilas. Not anymore, as Etok Doroteo has knocked down 2 3-pointers here in the first. Adrian Lau getting it out now to Rafi Reyes on the run. No. Matias plucks it out of the air. Tate Teodoro now on offense.
For Tate, but he shoots it over.
SN knows. SN knows what Teodoro can do. And tried to do an alley-oop dunk. He was out of position. Look at this. It's like we're having a workout here between these two teams. All fast breaking. Reyes, Lau, high-low. And no problem there for Prince Eze.
I think Prince Eze will gain some confidence in this game. Having a bad, not really a bad game, but not his usual self on that first game against Harimau.
And I was talking to Mac Baracael and Alan Mangas. It looked like he had the jitters actually coming into that game. Bederi can't get it to go. And here comes Matias. Ahead now to Teodoro. Tay on the step back, still gets blocked.
Prince exactly knows what Tate is going to do.
And we're going to have subs come in. We need fresh legs for this kind of pace for both teams. Samonte Gonzalez coming in for BGC. Si Hong Pan will also see his first action of the game for the Pilipinas Aguilas, along with Reza Nathan Khatib is going to see his first action of the game. Bederi finding Lau. They get it out to Cortez. Yeah.
He has a shot.
What an outlet pass there from J.M. Gonzalez.
Touchdown pass for J.M. Gonzalez.
So Saret able to get it, down to a 6-point lead, 22-16.
Alan Nikola Jokic.
Yeah. Here's Khatib now, going inside to Lau. He's claiming that he was fouled. Doroteo, the power forward, leading the break now. Over to the side, and there's another one. That is Samonte.
Shoots him with that bow and arrow.
A la our good friend Alex Cabagnot when he makes a shot. So
great floor spacing that time by the BGC Builders.
Max Samonte getting it to go. This time, Khatib cannot get it. Here comes Saret into the front court. Doligon thinking three. He had two against Harimau. Moves in closer from 15. Yes.
He really has that short jumper right down the elbow.
And it is quite effective. In fact, it's so effective that the lead is now just 1 point for the Pilipinas Aguilas. 1:12 remaining here in the first. Khatib once again. Bederi getting it now to the side, and that one is good. Coming from Si Hong Pan. And here's another outlet, but Khatib led it.
Coach
here's
of
Bederi,
BGC a bit mad at J.M. Gonzalez throwing the ball there.
Well, here's Si Hong Pan feeling it, back-to-back baskets.
This guy, he has another great story.
And I guess we're going to hear that story before the inbounds play.
I've always played with him and Cortez. Ren. He's actually 40 plus already, but look at his body.
Doesn't look
really
like he's
great shape.
Yeah.
Can shoot from the perimeter and really plays hard-nosed defense.
Doesn't even look like he's in his 30s though.
So the Sportsclick international tournament really giving a chance to other players to showcase their talents, and I'm very happy for them.
Amel Si Hong Pan now having his hands full working against Doligon. Three-pointer is a miss coming from Samonte. Shot clock, game clock separated by 6 seconds. It will not matter for Khatib. Oh, they say Katabi. Okay, I'm going to have to change this script right here. It says Khatib. Katabi. I'm sure Janine's going to tell us all about this kid later on. Here's Doligon. Getting it over now to Saret. Three-pointer on its way. That is good! Katabi is going to hit the deck a la Shaquille O'Neal. He's not going to get the ball, though.
Bit of a slippery spot right there.
Right. Well, 28-24 at the end of the first 10 minutes of action. The Pilipinas Aguilas have done it because of the fast break so far against the BGC Builders. We'll have the second quarter when we return in just a few moments. But first, let's take a look at some of the highlights right here from that first quarter, first hour assist of the game, brought to us by Sportsclick. The interior move coming from the point guard, Harold Cortez. Yeah. Of course, another three-pointer dropping there. There was no three-pointers for the first 5 minutes of the game. It must be all because Prince Eze just chose to dominate inside, but then both teams just love to fast break. So we are going to see our AICC three-point shot of the game coming from Joshua Saret. And we're going to have more action when we return right here at the MABA Stadium.
Pilipinas Aguilas took their loss against Harimau Malaysia quite positively, and despite practicing for only 3 days, assistant coach Mike Ramos told me it was an accomplishment that they were able to put up a fight against Malaysia's national team. Now, speaking of accomplishments, Mac Baracael told me earlier how satisfied he feels coming back to the court where he feels most fully alive, and he actually told me he didn't expect to play as good as he did because he was gone in the scene for so long. Now back to the panel.
Thank you very much, Janine. And I was telling Mac Baracael when I saw him at the hotel, looks like you were on drugs when you were playing because he was like a 20-year-old playing in a 36-year-old's body. But that's really the way Mac Baracael is built. And that was a great game. Unfortunately, it was a loss. He did score 23. It was a game high or team high score that time. Alan Mangahas, the captain, is in the game for the first time for the Pilipinas Aguilas, one of the offbeat players that you're going to see. Amel Sihongpan can't go anywhere. He tries to go cross court and passes to the coolie sign over there at the other end. It's a turnover. So again, the Pilipinas Aguilas picked up a 4-point lead at the end of the first quarter. Let's see if they can add to that at this point. You have Maxamonte now with possession. Getting it inside to Doroteo. Spacing not good that time. Etok on the turnaround. And it's going to roll out. Adrian Lau for the rebound. They quickly go into transition.
Sorry, miss right there.
Yeah, Katabi couldn't get it to go.
I think both teams getting a bit of a fatigue.
And that's going to be stepping out of bounds for Marlon Monte. That's why the shuffling is continuous for Coach Louis Montfort. Reyes, Baracael.
Yes, and Coach Montfort also telling me that he wants to give his players some rest for the next couple of games. And they're really preparing for the semis and the
well, they need to look for their first win first. They got to get their first win first,
yes,
right?
I agree with you on that one, but
can't think of the semis without picking up a win. They're still winless. And a turnover is not going to help their cause. The score has not yet moved here in the second quarter. It still remains 28-24. Joshua Saret now working against Rafi Reyes. That's a nice matchup between two burly guards. And Etok Doroteo, after hitting 2 3-pointers in the first, has come up empty on his last 3 shots. Mac Baracael bulldozes his way in, but he can't get it to go. Here's the outlet now to Monte, one of the best finishers in the league, but he can't finish that time. Good defense by Mangahas. Into the front court, Reyes! Offensive foul called.
Prince Eze trying to seal as a defender for Rafi Reyes to be able to have a wide open lane.
The moving screen also happens
too much
on the fast break. So still no score here in the second. I mean, we've seen one upset already today. Can we see another one? Because I'm telling you, it is. The Pilipinas Aguilas are very favored to win this game.
I agree.
Great defense that time by Mangahas.
Here we go, Alan Mangahas.
Going cross court now over to Rafi Reyes. Baracael on the spin. Yes.
I'm very surprised with Mac Baracael coming off of retirement.
Yeah, but he's had some practice time. That's right, but he's had some practice time already. And you know, it's like riding a bicycle. You practice a little bit, you get good at it again. You're talking about a guy who was part of the national team.
He looks like a college player again.
That's right. Remember, this guy in 2009 was part of the original Smart Gilas program of the Philippines. Baseline cut, nobody checking Doroteo.
Bad communication on the defensive end there for
Oh, Reyes missed a layup. Here comes Monte now. They do not have the numbers. Monte is going to try to force this one, then to whom it may concern on the pass out. Here is Baracael. And the rebound picked up by Mangas, who scores. Nearly a steal there.
You know, this guy, Alan Mangas, first time I've encountered him was at the Nike Elite Camp.
Yeah.
So we were in high school that time. So I was with mostly Mike Gamboa, Garvo Lanete, and all the other noticeable Filipino players. And we were wondering how this guy is so good and he's so slow.
And with no socks.
Exactly.
No socks.
But now he can't do that here in FIBA rules.
Yeah, you have to wear socks, but if it were up to him. In fact, I remember Alan used to have those little ankle
Loafer socks.
Yeah, before they were a thing, right?
I think he's wearing loafer socks during the games.
Yeah, but again, he's such an offbeat player. I actually did the game where he scored 40 points in the PBA D-League.
Wow.
And up to this day, he still can't explain how he did that. So
I'm not surprised. Alan Mangas is really just a great scorer. So that time during the Nike Elite Camp, it was Alan Mangas and Garvo Lanete really showing off their skills. So that's where they were discovered.
Well, Alan Mangas continues to be a factor in Philippine basketball. He did see action in the Filbasket Summer Championship as well. Teodoro still looking for his first field goal, and that's going to be a push on Monte.
And a fan favorite, Alan Mangas.
Yeah. Well, he has not matched up yet with Tate Teodoro. That's what we're looking for, you know. Two former PBA players. Here's another former PBA player, played for the Blackwater Elite, Rafi Reyes. He was actually one of the first players I saw in the PBA support the man bun at the time.
Yeah, I agree.
Here's Baracael's second effort is good. Now 34-26 is the score. Pilipinas Aguilas opening up an 8-point lead once again. Monte looking for a screen. Gonzalez out to provide it for him, but he can't get there in time. Tate Teodoro working against Rafi Reyes, going out to Monte on the right side. Oh, Ese got a piece of that. And the reverse layup is gonna beat the buzzer here.
Gets it off right on time.
Right. Here's
that Alan Mangas lazy shot.
I don't know if that was a pass or a shot coming from Alan Mangas. The lead is 6, however, for his squad. The Pilipinas Aguilas 34-28. Doligon for 3.
Wow.
So again, showing the offensive arsenal in this one. It is now just a 3-point lead for the Pilipinas Aguilas.
For all the viewers out here, you're gonna see a lot of Filipino style play of basketball. Just running and gunning.
Doligon can't get it to go with a foul on Reyes. That's going to be his second. And I'm pretty sure most of the coaches in this competition are watching this game more than any other. Because here you sort of let your guard down a bit because you know you're going up against Filipinos, so you're not really doing your normal sets until it falls into place probably in the second half.
Yeah, same sentiment.
Yeah. You're gonna see a lot of running here at this point, but at the same time you're gonna see a few Easter eggs come out from the setups, right? I mean that's the Filipino way of doing things. Mark Doligon. Trying to remember what province he's from, though. I believe he's from the south of the Philippines. Good on the first free throw. Again, the BGC Builders 0-2 right now. This is a very short tournament. That's going to be a lane violation. That's going to be
That's a bit ironic.
Yeah.
There were no rebounders from the BGC Builders.
Yeah.
And they got a lane violation.
Again, you're a little excited to get the rebound if you're Mark Racho. Well, he's now going to get the rebound correctly by waiting for the ball to hit the rim. Less than 5 minutes remaining here in the first half. 34-32. Reyes for three. Doligo on the rebound. And Monte has been getting a lot of burn here lately. Monte against Reyes. Shot clock at 7. Doligon showing the moves. Doligon with a head fake.
Racho head fakes right there.
Racho and SC are going to dream of that one tonight. Doligon, he is wide, but he is quick. Look at this again. Oops.
But he had an open lane right there because of Matias setting a good screen, really establishing himself.
Pilipinas Aguilas going to use a timeout with the score at 34-32 in their favor. We'll be right back. Back with us here with 4:22 remaining in the second quarter. Noel Zarate with Jen Reyes and Janine Sakal. And I'd just like to give a shout out to my good buddy Juan Banal, one of the basketball icons, I would like to call him in the Philippines. You know, Juan Banal. He says that Nathan Katabi is actually his brother-in-law, and that he is also the brother of Ali Katabi, the MMA fighter. And he used to play for the Perpetual Altas college team in the Philippines, along with Prince Ese.
Actually, Ali is one of my teammates in jiu-jitsu.
Oh, wow.
So I did some jiu-jitsu, and he's one of the black belts and one of the people we really look up to.
Yeah, don't want to mess with him. You don't want to mess with that guy as well. You cannot let Ese get that close to the basket. So thank you very much to our good buddy Juan Banal. Here's Monte now. Less than 4 minutes remaining here in the first half. Doligon. Nice pass, but it was read well by Ese, and he's going to put the ball on the floor. That is a problem. He had Jello Alangilan right beside him, and he could have gotten him the ball, and Jello would have lobbed it up to him anyway. But look at this. 6'10" with the basketball. That's not like that rap. 6'2" in my Fiat.
Coach Monfort that time telling Prince Eze to give up the ball.
Yeah, you'd better give it up to a guard. 3.5 remaining here in the first. 36-33. Pilipinas Aguilas poked away by Reyes. And if anything, Rafi Reyes has been showing a lot of tenacious defense today.
Yes, but he's really known for that very pesky guard and a high flyer.
That's right, the son of Elmer Reyes, among basketball royalty as well in the Philippines, a member of the 1982 youth team that defeated China in the Philippines. Doligo lost his balance, and Ese takes the ball away. Into the front court, Jello Alangilan.
They have numbers right there on that time. No one going down on transition for the BGC Builders.
38-33. Aguilas up by 5. Tete Teodoro back in the game now. Monte is still in the game. He has not rested since starting here in the second. Here's Matias. They get it out again to Doligon. This time he's going to miss, and a one-handed rebound there from Prince Ese. Outlet pass read well by Gonzalez, and Alangilan's just going to let it go out of bounds.
Great effort there for JM Gonzalez.
Finally, Monte is going to get a rest as Joshua Sadet is going to check in. Etok Doroteo is also going to come into the game for JM Gonzalez. Again, the shuffling continues for both coaches because the pace we're playing in, Jen, is just really off the charts.
Yes, I agree with you. And this is really an example, the epitome of Filipino style play of basketball.
Baracael missing from the outside, and here's a late call on Matias, trying to dislodge Ese from his position. So Matias is going to be called for as first, and this is the cue now for Christian Diaz to come back or to come into the game for the first time to replace Mark Doligon.
If you were Coach Monfort, would love to see this game from Prince Eze.
Yeah.
He somehow changed his demeanor from that Harimau game.
Again,
now
against,
he looks a lot
you're right.
Assertive on the offensive end.
But against Harimau, and the teammates, his teammates were saying that he was a bit nervous coming into that game. Because it is an international game, probably a lot riding on that. You're going up against the Malaysian national team, so there's a little bit of jitters.
And actually, a lot of people were watching
That's
that
true.
game.
It was a little nervous.
Jam-packed crowd here in the stadium.
Saret, step back, no. Now he is playing more relaxed here today.
Right?
Already with 14 in the game, or 16 in the game for Prince Eze. Baracael might have traveled there, they didn't call it. And the white shirts still keep it.
I'm amazed how Mac Baracael is really still exerting a lot of effort and just not wanting to lose.
Well, that is the trooper in him, really, from being part of the national team. And finally, Rafi Reyes connects on offense.
Great ball movement right there for the Makabayan Pilipinas Aguilas, sorry. And Rafi Reyes with that wide open three.
Making him the score now 41-33. Christian Diaz wants a three of his own. Ese secures. Here comes Reyes into the front court. Rafi wants to split the defense. Drops it over to Mac Baracael.
Good transition offense there. And I've seen them run those in their practice here on the first day.
Yeah.
So their primary offense is really their main thing. And then they try to set up a play.
Right, you know what? You have Prince Ese there. You're going to get a lot of fast break opportunities. Matias gets clipped and Reyes says, I didn't touch him. But this is the largest lead of the game now for the Pilipinas Aguilas at 10 points, 43-33. 3 fouls on Rafi. He had 4 against Harimau, but he's picked up his third early here today. And that's the cue now for Alan Mangas to come in. Rafi again, his brand of basketball does not agree with the officiating in Malaysia because he's been in foul trouble. That's his second straight game that he's in foul trouble. So Raymond Matias, whose older brother Ronnie Matias was a journeyman in the Philippine Basketball Association. He himself is coming off a contract from the MPBL in the Philippines as well, one of the other professional leagues we have in the Philippines as well.
Yes, I think I believe he plays in Laguna. For the team of Laguna.
Well, 2 free throws dropped. And he cuts the lead down to 8. 43-35. Less than a minute to go here in the first half. Jello Alangila, that is an interception coming from Matias, and he is sprinting down. Saret getting it over now to Doroteo, and just like that, the lead is down to 6.
Mac Baracael really frustrated with Jello Alanginan on that one.
Oh, he's going to let him know right now. Mac Baracael is not happy heading to the bench on this Louis Montfort timeout. 43-37. Aguilas still have the lead, but only by 6. 37.2 seconds remaining here in the first half. 43-37. Looks like the Pilipinas Aguilas need a lot of adjusting in the second half. They had already built a 10-point lead, and then it is now reduced to 6. Alan Mangahas getting it out now to Mac Baracael. Straightaway three is a short one. And the rebound picked up by Christian Diaz. So now the last shot could be long to the BGC Builders.
Good block out right there for Diaz as he was up against Prince Eze.
Diaz now on offense on the fake. Sharp off the glass shot. And that's going to do it for the first 20 minutes of action. So 6 unanswered points to end this first half for the BGC Builders, and able to chop the lead down from a high of 10 to just 4. 43-39 is the lead of the Pilipinas Aguilas at the halftime break. We're going to hear from Janine in just a bit. But again, Prince Eze has had his best game so far in this tournament, 14 points in the game, and I'm sure we're going to see the number of rebounds that he also got. You have the quarter numbers, but at the half, I'm sure he's pretty close to a double-double.
Yeah, just the first half, he already had 5 rebounds.
Yeah, the first quarter, you mean, yeah.
Yep. And shooting 66% from the field, so almost all of his shots are coming down from the paint. And somehow he still needs to work on his free throws.
Oh, yeah, of course. He's just 0 for 1 from the line here today. Let's see if Janine is ready now with Prince Eze, who's unleashing that giant smile of his. Once again, looks like he's a very happy camper. So we're going to send it now to Janine.
We have here our leading scorer from Pilipinas Aguilas, Prince Eze. So Prince, I heard you were really nervous in the first game. How are you handling your nerves now?
Basically, we are a new team, so we are building on something. I guess we are doing something about it.
All right. I'm sure you're doing something about it. Seeing how dominant you were in the first half, so I want to know, where is this drive coming from?
I mean, my team believe in me, and they are giving me the ball where I needed the ball the most. So I was able to do what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah, I'm sure you really proved yourself a lot in the first half. And now, let's turn it over to the panel.
Again, Janine, so man of few words right there, but you make this guy laugh. He sounds like a hyena. He has been having a good time here today. 14 points so far, and I believe you have some numbers. 8 rebounds. There you go.
So almost a double-double. He's already flirting with the double-double right here.
Right. So again, Prince Eze leading the way. Let's take a look at some of the halftime highlights, of course. When you talk about Prince Eze, really all started in the first quarter when he started off with 2 consecutive layups. He also had a couple of dunks in there. The moment you dump the ball into Prince Eze's hands, it's over. So this time, Rafi Reyes able to get into the offensive flow as well after playing a lot of defense. But I believe this was the offensive foul called on Prince Eze. Mac Baracael, not even anywhere close to that 23-point performance that he had against Harimau, but also becoming a factor inside. And again, you cannot sleep on defense, especially against the BGC Builders. That's a pretty veteran-laden team. And you can see there Tate Teodoro also struggling in the first quarter here, Jen. You know, Tate, everybody knows what he does in the Philippines, but here internationally, you still got to check him.
Yes, he's only got 2 points right here on this first half. And not the usual Tate Teodoro, but Mark Doligon really taking over this BGC Builders side.
Yeah, Doligon has been practically the lone source of points, although Doroteo was able to do something about it. There's that dunk that we were talking about from Eze on the assist pass coming from Jello Alangilan. So again, when Eze gets very close to the rim, and probably they're thinking that we should have done this against Harimau, but you know, you got to forget about that game and concentrate on the game that you have right now. So 43-39 is our score at the end of the first half. We are awaiting the numbers. We are awaiting the stats from the first half of action. And we are going to have that for you a little later on. We're going to take this short break, and we will be back. Stay with us right here on the Sportsclick Filbasket International Championship.
pushing with it. Yes, Jonathan. See you again tomorrow. 1, 2, 3, Filbasket! Pushing with it. Yes, Jonathan. See you again tomorrow. 1, 2, 3, Filbasket! Pushing with it. Yes, Jonathan. See you again tomorrow. 1, 2, 3, Filbasket! Pushing with it. Jonathan. See you again tomorrow. 1, 2, 3, Filbasket!
We have here one of our leading players from BGC Builders, JM Gonzalez. So JM, how was the mood in the dugout earlier?
I said, coach, every quarter defense kami, and then transition, then if one open to end this shot, 3 point.
So what should we expect from you guys here in the second half?
Expected defense, and then passing and then shooting, then.
All right, we are definitely expecting a lot of adjustment from BGC Builders in the second half. And now let's turn it over to the panel.
Gonzalez looks like he's very disappointed with himself with the way he handled that interview with Janine. But we are going to look at some of the numbers from the first half. It was actually a 10-point lead already for the not the Makabayan Warriors, but the Pilipinas Aguilas in that first half. But, 6 straight points for BGC Builders. Let's take a look at those numbers here, Jen.
All right, field goal wise, Makabayan.
There you go, Pilipinas Aguilas. That's correct now.
There we go.
Yeah.
Filipinas Aguilas shooting 42% and the BGC just 36%. But one of the concerns that the BGC Builders should really look at is the points in the paint of Pilipinas Aguilas. They have 38 points in the paint.
Wow.
And BGC just has 16. So that's something they should work on. And also their second chance points. Pilipinas Aguilas with 15 second chance points and BGC just with 4.
Exactly, looking at the rebounding numbers, that's 10 more for the Pilipinas Aguilas. But one thing that's keeping this game close is that the BGC Builders have 10 more free throws as well. And 0 for 1 for the Pilipinas Aguilas. The only guy who has visited the free throw line for the Pilipinas Aguilas is Prince Eze, the guy that you don't want at the free throw line. So we are now beginning the third quarter. It's still a close one though, 43-39. Noel Zarate, Jen Reyes along with Janine Sakal. And I'm sure JM Gonzalez is going to watch that interview again and again and again.
After that interview, he had a face palm moment. Just
we love JM. You know, you guys are all from the same university. I'm Jen Reyes, JM Gonzalez, and Janine Sakal. You're all from the Far Eastern University.
Also, our King Tamarao, Baracael.
Yes. And Mac Baracael not replicating his performance against Harimau so far. It's been a bit of a slow pace for the former Smart Gilas player. Here's Tete Teodoro, the former Barangay Ginebra player from the Philippines.
Good hard show right there for Mac Baracael.
Doligon, they're running out of time. 3 on the shot clock. He's going to put this one up. Eze with another rebound. That's 9 in the game now for Prince Eze to go along with his 14 points. They get it inside now. The turnaround is good for Mark Racho.
Great interior pass there for from Cortez to Mark Racho. So Racho really has that short mid-range jumper.
Right. Harold Cortez getting the start here in the second half. We have not seen much of Alan Mangajas in this game. In fact, I saw him go to the locker room just a few minutes ago, and he's back on the bench now. As Gonzalez will make that, Matias missed it, but his head had the last touch of the ball. And an adjustment here early for Coach Louis Montfort by bringing in Adrian Lau, and he is going to experiment with his small lineup as Prince Eze sits down. For our live stream.
They want to run and push the ball right here since they're getting Lau in the ball game.
Well, if we'd like to say hello to our live stream audience from around the world, I'd just like to give a special shout out, or it starts with an R, shout out to Claro Manzano, who is watching us right now on the live stream, as we have Adrian Lau being effective in the post. 47-39, the lead has now gone up to 8 points once again for the Pilipinas Aguilas. Yeah.
Sorry. A high-low play right there for the Pilipinas Aguilas. And I've seen them do that in practice.
Yeah, lots of big-to-big passes as Baracael is going to acknowledge this reach in. He's very frustrated with the way he played defense there against his former Tamarao himself, JM Gonzalez. That's a good matchup, by the way, at that power forward position.
Yes, I agree. They're both very physical.
Both the same height, actually, both at 6'4", 6'3", 6'4". There's Mark Doligon doing some point forward chores of his own. Can't get it inside. Finally, they do to Matias. And that's going to be a foul called on Cortez on the help. So Raymond Matias is going to get to the free throw line. Oh, they're going to call it on Lau, though.
This is what's keeping them in the game. Is free throws.
That's right. They had 10 more free throws. They're 6 of 11 at the free throw stripe. It is not a shooting foul, though. 14 on the shot clock now. Matias is going to have to inbound it. He's the only blue shirt down floor. Everybody's gone back for defense.
Look at Mac Baracael and JM Gonzalez. Just really
getting physical with each other. You got to love it. Did they meet each other? Did they play against did they play with each other? Yeah, that's good.
In practice.
Oh, Doligon!
Almost a lot of fights during our practices.
Oh, that's going to be interesting. But Doligon with that one-hander looked like one of the shots from one of the most iconic players in the Philippines by the name of James Yap. That's what it looked like right there. The jumper is good, though.
100 moves.
You're right. Mark Racho able to get that one in, so lead back up to 8. Tete Teodoro has been quiet here today for the BGC Builders. He can shoot it from there if he wants to. You know he wants to as well. Teodoro getting it over now to Gonzalez. They move it now to the left side to Doligon. Almost lost it, and it is saved. Here come the Pilipinas Aguilas, and that's an ambush foul given up as Cortez is going to help up Monte, I believe. Oh, that's Saret who gave up the ambush foul. It's a Judy foul, actually.
This is what I like about Jello Alumilan. ball was about to go out of bounds, but somehow saves it.
Referees conferring if this is an upgradable foul. It's just a blocking foul. But they will review. And Louis Montfort clapping his hands that it might have been excessive. It looked excessive, Jen, but it looked like it was a duty foul, at least from our angle.
Seems like a clean, just a regular foul right there.
Now we're going to see it all the way from the start, from the steal. Look at the way Doligon was holding the ball. I mean, that's like, you can poke it away. Yeah, that's like a fumble waiting to happen in the NFL. But again, a great save by Jello Alangilan. So we're going to see where the contact happened. And it's nice that we get to have the instant replay system on our monitor as well. So again, even from that angle, and this was the first angle that we saw, it's pretty much the same angle that we have. It looked like it was a duty foul. Doesn't look like anything malicious there. It looks like Saret was going for the steal.
Yes, indeed.
So they're still reviewing this right now. I'm pretty sure you're going to see a couple of more angles on that. There was a referee on the scene who had a better look, and his initial assessment was that it was a blocking foul. But again, the nature of how Saret went for the steal will be in question during the inquiry that we are having now with the IRS. That is not the Internal Revenue System. It is the instant replay system, which is used in FIBA a lot. They're not going to see if anybody had paid their taxes. So we only have one angle, it appears, of that one. And there was a referee right there in front. So the initial call was a blocking foul. Not quite sure if this is upgradable. But again, you know, you see different angles when you do the IRS. And the referees are still assessing this one.
I think we have another camera at the baseline, but I'm not sure why they're not looking at it. Seems like they're
or maybe the camera
already convinced.
Yeah, maybe the camera was not in play, because that also sometimes happens even in the best leagues, that you lose one camera angle because the camera wasn't really focused on the play, it was focused on something else. Well, now they upgraded to an unsportsmanlike foul, and Saret can't believe it.
Sportsmanlike foul was called the number 13, Joshua Saret.
Joshua Saret is beside himself now. And the explanation is unsatisfactory to Joshua Saret. And again, from our angle, in defense of Joshua Saret, it looks like he was just going for the steal. It turned out to be a hard foul, but the referees deemed that it was excessive.
Refs proving us wrong that time.
Right. And they have the best angle right there.
But you always agree with the referees right here.
Not really all the time. But Joshua Saret was called for the unsportsmanlike foul. Remember in the first game that we had a player ejected for 2 unsportsmanlike fouls. That was Wawi Escocio, who was ejected for 2 unsportsmanlike fouls. Nothing malicious. Again, it was an open court foul when they tried to stop the fast break. But it is an unsportsmanlike foul nonetheless.
With the FIBA rules in play, players and other teams, they really have to adjust to the rules.
This zone defense has been working so far. Baracael, no. Battle for the rebound. Lau cannot keep it alive. And that's going to go back to the BGC Builders, who have fallen behind again by 10 points, 51-41. So we still have a lot of time here in the third. 6:45 to play.
And Noel, BGC just scoring just 2 points still in this quarter.
Well, let's see if that's going to change. Remember that Etok Doroteo came in when they were struggling on offense, then came away with 10 points in the first half. Well, what BGC really needs is to see some points from that guy inbounding the ball, Tete Teodoro.
Yeah, he's their main player, and Jello Alongilan really doing a great job denying Tete Teodoro and giving him a hard time.
Oh,
what a dipsy dude.
Mark Doligo wants to be part of the top 10 place if we had one. Baracael going the other way. Can't get it to go. Trying to keep it alive. Baracael is frustrated once again. Looks like he got hit in the head. But the ball will go back now to the BGC Builders. Remember, these two teams are looking for their first victory, and they also want to get a player of the game interview.
I'm sure. and meet our courtside reporters.
Yeah, of course. Janine and Mika have been doing a great job here so far. Here's Maxamonte, waiting for something to happen on a series of screens for Tate Teodoro. Instead, they get it over to JM. Extra pass to Raymond Matias.
Great passing there, and Tate Teodoro being the decoy that time, and recognizing JM Gonzalez down below.
Well, 51-45. The lead is down to 6 once again, just like that. Cortez for 3. Baracael with the offensive rebound. Mac trying to create space, dropping it inside to Lau. That is poked away. Racho has it. 6 on the shot clock now. Alangilan on the floater. No. And the rebound, one-hand variety coming from JM Gonzalez. 5 minutes and 20 seconds to play here in the third. Maxamonte once again wants to set this one up. They need to get Teodoro involved. Tate gets a big pick from Gonzalez. Back again to JM. Shot clock now at 1. And a miss by Samonte. Nothing going on the offense there, Jen.
I really appreciate Jello Alongilan giving Tate Teodoro a very hard time with playing that two-man game or pick-and-roll action.
Again, remember, when it comes to stamina, Jello Alangilan actually has the advantage there.
And this guy's a trooper. He hit his head the other game against Arimao, and I was really worried.
I was asking him during their shoot-around, don't we have, like, what's this, concussion protocols over here? And he said, oh, no, that's going to put me out 9 games. No. 4:20 remaining in the third. Cortez getting it over to the other side. Racho's been involved in the offense a lot. Adrian Lau on the turnaround, and he gets clipped by JM Gonzalez. Now it's funny, we have 2 Filipino teams going up against each other, but we have 3 Malaysian referees on the floor as well.
So they have to get used to the calls of the Malaysian referees.
And these are Malaysian referees who are all FIBA accredited. They all have FIBA licenses. So it's like you're actually in an international competition, which this really is actually. So they have to get used to the calls of the FIBA referees.
And one more thing, that's a good exposure for the Filipino players. You know, they're experiencing international referees. So
only with the Filbasket, of course. Filbasket is the first professional Philippine league to actually stage a tournament outside of the Philippines.
Wow.
So that's just props to the founder, Jai Reyes, Dino Lee, Patrick Edrosa, everybody involved in the development of Filbasket here in Malaysia. And I've been hearing that Malaysia is not the only stop for the Filbasket.
I'm really excited for the next stop, Noel. Really looking forward
I believe
to
the next stop will require us to wear some winter clothes already.
It's going to be really nice and exciting.
4:14 remaining. We're going to unveil everything that Jen and I are talking about. Plans of Jai Reyes as well. Very, very soon. We come up now on 4 minutes to go here in the third. 7-point lead for the Pilipinas Aguilas.
Look at Jello Alongilan. He's really playing hard-nosed.
Oh, it's an offensive foul.
I think that's the right call because he waved them off.
Mark Doligon can't believe it. What is this pesky 5'9" guy doing around me? They do exchange high fives though.
Props to this guy, Jello Alongilan.
Yeah.
If you're a coach, this the kind of player that you really want in your team. Doing all the small things for your team, all the intangibles.
Here is the offense now going to si Hong Pan. And a foul as Darvish Bideri received the ball. JM Gonzalez and Doroteo at the scene that time. So Doroteo is going to be called for the foul. Again, score has remained unchanged. 52-45. Second game of our quadruple header today. We're going to see a bunch of Malaysian teams seeing action later on. Bederi on the push shot. And there's going to be a whistle. Oh, that's going to be a flopping violation. It's going to be a technical foul. It appears that J.M. Gonzalez had already been warned for flopping earlier. Now he's going to get teed up.
Look at J.M. Gonzalez just really pleading his case.
And again, this is the international rules. Again, you are warned for flopping verbally, but you get caught doing it a second time. That is an automatic technical. I believe in the Philippine Basketball Association, you are already charged with a technical on your first flop.
First flop.
Yeah. So this one, they still give you a little bit of a warning before charging you for a flop. You know, it's a verbal warning. But then when you get caught doing it again, it's a technical foul. And here in FIBA rules again, guys, a technical foul is a personal foul.
Yeah.
So that's going to add to the personal foul total now of J.M. Gonzalez. That'll mean free throws for the best free throw shooter on the squad. We're talking about Harold Cortez. So that is one free throw. Of course, the technical free throw, so just the technical foul.
J.M. Gonzalez already with 3 fouls.
Yeah, and they're going to use the possession arrow to determine possession at the end of that call, since it was on a loose ball situation. And now, possession arrow pointing over to BGC Builders. We're going to have a sub once again. Christian Diaz will return. J.M. Gonzalez is going to take a breather. Well, Gonzalez picked up his 3rd foul on the technical foul. And all that with the score still being 53-45 in favor of the Pilipinas Aguilas.
Fresh legs right here for BGC.
Yeah.
Number 15, Rod Ivan Cervantes.
Yes. Here's Doligo. That's a contested 3 trying to beat the shot clock. And then, yes, Louis Montfort is asking for a shot clock violation. It did not hit the rim. There was possession reestablished. It is a late call, but the correct call here by our referees. You can see it again. The shot clock had already expired. No possession had been established. It is a late call, but it is the correct call.
Pilipinas Aguilas really doing a great job on the defensive end the second half, and that's one of the few things Coach Montfort told me. They want to get their defense together for the next upcoming games.
Here's Cortez now. And we have Alan Mangas in the game for the first time, and Jello Alangilan is able to hit it from the baseline.
Great ball reversal there for Pilipinas Aguilas.
So Alangilan also contributing now on offense, 55-45. Monte tries to split the defense and forces it up, and that's going to be a foul called on Amel Sihongpan.
It's just great to see Ren Xiongfan play
Ren's
here. So I think this is the first game he's played. So
now he played in the last game. Oh yeah, you're right. He was not on the lineup in the last game. You're absolutely right. I correct myself.
Because I believe they cut it down to just 12 players.
You're right.
Per game for every team.
Marlon Monte now at the free throw line. He's had a quiet day today, but wait for this guy to explode as well. One of the best finishers you're going to see. So 55-46, 2:45 remaining here in the third. 2 free throws dropped as Joshua Saret is going to return now to replace Marlon Monte. And Katabi is also going to come back in. So let's see if they can get a lot of mileage now from Katabi's presence. He is a quick guard. So is Alan Mangas. So is Rafi Reyes. You got 3 guards in the lineup now. Bederi splits the defense, but he gets bothered by Saret. Mangas for 3.
Another lazy shot
Yep.
for Alan Mangas.
So that's the way he usually shoots it anyway.
But he always makes them.
That time he was unsuccessful. Doligo now working the post against the taller Darwish Bederi. Doligo tries to get crafty. Lost possession. Recovery made. 4 on the shot clock right now. They go across. Cervantes almost throws it away, and they do get the ball back. The Pilipinas Aguilas do. Reyes in the front court. Over to Sihongpan with the big euro.
What a great move by Ren Xiongpan.
You sure this guy is 40 years old? He
Yes.
will fool everybody.
Look at this body. Look at this heft.
He is 6'6" as well. That's a big deal. It is a 57-47 lead for the Pilipinas Aguilas. Timeout called by the BGC Builders. Back with us here at the MABA Stadium, ladies and gentlemen. It is 57-47, Pilipinas Aguilas ahead by 10 against the BGC Builders. And now this report from Janine Sakal.
Jen and Noel, you guys were talking about Jello Alangilan earlier. Now, this young gun from Muntinlupa is actually carrying 2 MVP titles under his name, one from Passion Basketball League and another from his college days. But despite that, he shared earlier how nervous he feels coming into this game, but he told me that he wants to rest on the fact that once he enters the court, he knows that his teammates have his back. Now back to the panel.
Thank you very much, Janine. And you were praising Jello Alangilan the whole game because of his tough defense. And you're going to see he's not on the floor right now. That's why Mark Daligan was able to score.
And actually, this is the main goal of this Sportsclick Filbasket International Tournament. Giving a chance and opportunity to players like Jello Alangilan.
Yeah. Oh, a steal right here for Marlon Monte, and he is going to score on the other end.
You want to see more of that from Marlon Monte.
And again, the Pilipinas Aguilas, Jen, they just can't break away in this game. They've always been up by 10, by 9, but they just can't pull away. Katabi now over to Mangas. Gets it over now to Reyes. Katabi's wide open. Rafi didn't see him. Rafi now on the penetration. Quick move. No. Mangas for 3. And the save by Reyes. Going over to Si Hong Pan.
Si Hong Pan already with 4 points in this ball game.
40 years old, huh?
40 plus.
40
I'm not
plus.
sure if he's 45 or 40.
Wow.
But look at him.
Shades of Fadi El Khatib then.
Yes, exactly, Noel.
We got Christian Diaz stepping on the baseline. And we're going to have another sub come in for the Pilipinas Aguilas as Mangas has been in and out of the game. I would like to know if Alan is suffering an injury right now because he's been in and out of the game. Maybe Janine can figure that out for us, report during the quarter break. But we do have 20 seconds remaining before the end of this third quarter. Here's Katabi now, facing up against Monte. Katabi putting it on the floor. Getting it now to Cortez. Reyes open for 3. That is short, and that is going to do it for quarter number 3. And this matchup between the two Philippine teams. And so far, so good for the Pilipinas Aguilas. They have an 8-point lead heading into the fourth, 59-51. We will step away, and we will return in just a few moments. Just a few moments before we begin the fourth, I'd like to give a shout out once again to Juan Banal, and he's given me another correction, and I will acknowledge that I'm going to correct myself here. It is actually Katibi instead of Katabi. I kept on saying Katabi earlier.
Yes, Katibi.
Yeah. There it is. So Nathan Katibi is on the floor to begin the fourth quarter for the Pilipinas Aguilas. One of the three guards on the floor along with Harold Cortez and Rafi Reyes. And you have your three members of the panel working this one. Noel Zarate alongside Jen Reyes and Janine Sakal. As the fourth quarter is now underway, we now get to see once again Prince Ese, who sat out a majority of the third quarter on a little experiment being conducted by Coach Louis Montfort, but it appears that experiment is over. You still need your big guy in there.
Pilipinas Aguilas back to a man-to-man defense right here.
4 on the shot clock now. Monte tried to force it up. Great defense by Reyes. Mac Baracael also back in the game right now. He gets the pass back coming from Cortez. They go to the side. Katibi!
Katibi making that one. And a great pass on the corner.
Nathan Katibi now extends the lead to 11. This is the largest in the game now for the Pilipinas Aguilas, looking for win number 1 after dropping their opening day assignment to Harimao, and that's the rim protector right there.
And Prince Eze just laughing after that block. He was like, what are you doing?
Well, Prince Eze now on the sidestep. Can't get it to go. Baracael on the follow-up. Can't get it to go either. And Mac is frustrated with himself right now, but he does earn 2 free throws.
I love how Mac Baracael is just really exerting all his effort. This game, actually not just this game, but this whole league. I mean, he told me he's excited to play again.
Oh wow, he's been retired for a long time, and then he gets the call from Coach Louis Montfort just 2 weeks prior to this tournament. Tries to get himself back into physical shape. Physical shape is one thing. Game shape is another thing altogether.
Yes, you have to get the timing back. That's the most important thing, basketball timing. And also one guy that's coming out of retirement also is Rafi Reyes.
That's right.
He was telling me he's already working
he's a young dude
for a car company.
Really now?
As a salesman. And now he's been called up to play again, and this company just allowing him because I think he filed a leave for 9
1
days.
week, 9 days. That's right. Well, Mac Baracael at the free throw line. He's actually got 10 points in the game. Scored 23 in the opening day loss against Harimao.
It's one of the things that Coach Montfort was telling me at the hotel lobby. I was talking to him, and
they're always there at the hotel lobby.
And he was like, "We need to really convert our free throws."
Yeah,
just like in the first game.
Right. This is a rarity for them. Actually, they only had 1 free throw the entire first half.
Yeah, and again another miss.
Baracael has actually missed 4 already so far today. But check that, his first 2 free throws. Here is Doroteo. Can't get it to Doligo. Great defense by Baracael, and he takes the ball away.
Numbers here.
Uh-oh, this is a dunk!
See how Prince Eze is now happy.
Exactly.
More.
No one's booing him while he's taking free throws. Remember an opening day.
Well, if you have that, if you're playing against that Harimao crowd,
yeah,
you have to expect that.
He went 2 for 9 from the free throw line because everybody was booing him. There's going to be an offensive foul now on Marlon Monte trying to break free. Let's see that one again at the left side of your screen. There you see that little nudge that he gave with his right hand. The lead official was able to catch that. So now the lead is 13. So some kind of separation now being created by the Pilipinas Aguilas. Katibi!
This guy can really shoot it from the outside. Nathan Katibi.
Reminds me of one of the shooters out of Iran. If I'm trying to remember the name, guys who played with Madi Kamrani, Samadnik Barami. They had a shooter who has the exact same form. His name escapes me right now, guys. Maybe you can help us out. Here's Doligon, and he is erased. And boy, Prince Eze is on another level today.
I agree. He's more comfortable. You can see his demeanor just really more focused.
The lead is now 16 and 4 seconds on the shot clock. That's not going to work for the BGC Builders.
But he throws it away. Very careless pass
A
right
sheepish
there.
look on his face as well. And Katibi's thinking, I'm fast, but I'm not that fast, brother. Tete Teodoro has made his return. Boy, Tete has been a quiet customer today. Only 2 points, no field goals for Tete Teodoro.
Maybe it's something he ate before the game? Or
I don't know. You were with them when they were eating before the game. Tete on the penetration. That's his first field goal.
There we go.
Yeah, all still not lost here. There's still a lot of time. More than 7 minutes to go. The lead is 14. So 67 to 53. Here is Reyes going to the left side. Katibi hit 2 already.
I think they have
Baracael.
to take care of Katibi right here. He's a bit hot.
Katibi on the jumper. Not that time though, but there's going to be a foul underneath. Could go against Doroteo. Afag, there you go. Mohammad Afag. I remember now.
Yeah.
Mohammad Afag, the shooter of Iran during the heyday when they still had Samad, when they still had Mahdi Kamrani. That's exactly the form.
Mahdi Kamrani.
Mahdi, yeah.
Mahdi Kamrani, just really a great guard.
Right.
He does everything for Iran.
Yeah, that was a powerhouse Iran squad that they had there. Won the world championship with that unit. Again, Mohammad Afag, I remember him now.
With Hamid Haddadi.
Hamed Haddadi and Ocean Sahakian was also on that team. That's a pretty powerful, one of my favorite international teams, Iran. They had won the Asian championship, not the world championship. I correct myself. Reverse layup is good for Mark Doligon.
Great patience there by Mark Doligon, taking his time.
Lead is down to 12 now for the Pilipinas Aguilas. 6 and 20 remaining. Reyes on the quick pass.
Here we go with that high-low play again.
You can't stop that when it happens. Prince S is 6'10" with a 7-foot wingspan.
I've seen this. I've seen this set play of Coach Montfort during one of their practices, and then once the first cutter cuts, the other big follows, and then the main center pops up on top of the key to be able to get that high-low play.
And Doligon able to get it back though, so 69-57. However, the Builders cannot afford to trade baskets at this juncture of the game. Harold Cortez, three-pointer good!
Harold Cortez knocking it down from 3. Great pass. Great ball reversal again for Pilipinas Aguilas.
And the lead is up to 15 once again. Pilipinas Aguilas 72, BGC Builders 57. And again, the three-pointers have been dropping so far. But also that dunk drop there for the assist of the game, brought to us by Sportsclick. Everything working so far for the Pilipinas Aguilas. Can there be a comeback in the future for the BGC Builders? We'll find out when we return. (72-57), the Pilipinas Aguilas have opened up a 15-point lead. It was largest at 16 a few moments ago. But let's see if there is still a rebuttal and the cards for the BGC Builders. They lose this one, Jen, they will be down 0-3. That's a pretty big hole to climb out of.
I agree. And we're only getting the top 2 teams
from each
for
group.
every group.
Yeah. Saret had to put it up. SA gets the rebound. Alan Mangas. I was asking Janine earlier to check on Alan Mangas' status. They say it's a coach's decision to keep Alan out of the game because he's still trying to get his legs. There's that high-low again. And that's going to be a foul call. That's a preemptive foul given up by Raymond Matias and Doligon. And SA having a laugh after that.
That's actually a smart foul for BGC Builders.
Both teams are now playing the Malaysian referees, like hitting each other, bumping into each other. They all stay in the same hotel and they all hang out in the same lobby. I mean, I was there last night. Both teams were in the lobby. They were just exchanging jokes. Mangas, of course, the biggest joker of the group there in the lobby last night. Baracael finally gets a three to drop.
And stares down Joshua Saret.
18-point lead is now the largest in the game for the Pilipinas Aguilas. 75-57.
This is the main goal of Coach Montfort right here. He wants to see his players move the ball.
Oh, this is great ball movement. Tay momentarily open. He does not shoot it though. Instead, they get it inside for the layup for Raymond Matias, and he just twisted his ankle right in front of us. He stepped on Prince S's foot as Prince was trying to inbound.
I hope it's nothing serious. For,
it's a good thing he's also a light guy. Let's see it again here, Jen. So after the make, you're going to see him go. Yeah, the layup is good, and then when he starts to run down, he actually steps on the foot of Prince SA. Sometimes you have tape around your ankles. Some players don't tape their ankles. They rely on the shoes. They rely on two socks and stuff like that.
Yeah, I agree.
So they will not take any chances. Matias is lifted. Christian Diaz will come into the game.
But now they have a few brands out there that support your ankle.
Oh, yeah.
Just like Steph Curry and Trae Young. That's what they wear nowadays. Instead of taping their foot.
Well, time was in the Philippines, we had something called leukoplast. Way back in the day. And you put that on your ankle will not move. But you also can't jump.
It's in cement.
You can't jump. You won't sprain your ankle. You're just going to bust your knee. Because your knee's going to take all the... That's why there were a lot of knee injuries during that time, because everybody was wrapped up in that leukoplast stuff.
Here we go with that follow play again.
Yeah. But this time it opens up a shooter. And Mark Racho can't get it to go. Doligon, less than 4 minutes to go. Can they do this? They're down by 16.
Coach Montfort telling the table officials if they make a basket here,
to call timeout.
Call a timeout. And right on.
Nope, that's not going to count though. Monte on the push-off and still.
Offensive foul for Marlon.
That's right.
Monte.
Tried to push off, and Coach Louis Montfort is going to sue for time. Marlon Monte has now put his team in the penalty, but before the free throws come, it will be a timeout call that's looking good for the Pilipinas Aguilas, 75-59 ahead of the BGC Builders, but we still have 3:37 remaining in this game. Three minutes and 37 seconds remaining in this one as the Pilipinas Aguilas have now climbed to a 16-point lead. And there are free throws also coming up for the Aguilas. Looking good to pick up win number 1 in the Sportsclick Filbasket International Championship. Noel Zarate with Jen Reyes and Janine Sakal. Our third game is coming up. In fact, the panel is already here behind me. We got Meng And Coach Adrian, they're going to be calling that game for you, including the fourth game as well. So still looking at something here at the IRS, Jen. I'm not quite sure what they're checking out here. The foul was, I believe the last foul is what they're assessing right now. There, we can see the instant replay system in play. Referees are looking at something. Oh, that's the injury to Matias is what they're looking at, I believe. Obviously, Raymond Matias stepped on the foot of Prince Ese. Now, are they thinking that Prince Ese might have done this intentionally? Should they have called a foul? So it appears no.
I believe they're trying to find out who's going to take the free throws.
They could have just asked the table officials right there, because they have a list of that.
A bit confused.
Yeah.
It's really Alan Mangahas.
So Alan Mangahas at the free throw line. That's his first point of the game. Now, Alan, I did a game that he did for the Filbasket Summer Championship. He had 6 points in the game. Fantastic. He had 5 steals and 16 assists.
Wow.
12 in the first half. So that's the kind of guy. Yeah, he got player of the game for scoring 6 points.
Well, this guy can really do it all.
He splits the free throws, though. The lead is 17 at 76-59. 3.5 to play here in the fourth.
And the way Alan Mangahas plays, seems like he's never going to get injured.
Well, I'm not quite sure, because I don't think he even tapes his ankles.
Exactly.
He doesn't even wear socks until FIBA said, no, you got to wear socks. Diaz for 3. And Mangahas tips it over now to Ese. They can start befriending the clock already at this point, but they still want to execute as well. Racho. And Monte is able to control the rebound. They got to hurry if they want to make a comeback here, though. Monte inside. The presence of Prince Ese made him change his shot.
Alan Mangahas actually playing defense that time.
Well, that one went past the hands of Ese. Now Ese again.
Oh.
I'm telling you, 6'10", long arms. He's 2 feet away. It's over.
Prince Eze with 20 big points right now. So
Yeah.
bouncing back from his mediocre game against Harimau.
Like to get his thoughts on that later when Janine gets to talk to him. He's obviously going to be our player of the game.
Oh.
Doligon passing to somebody in row 4.
Oh my.
It's a good thing that person did not have the curry fish balls that they're selling downstairs. That's really good stuff, by the way.
Yeah,
the curry fish balls have been fantastic.
Marlon Monte really frustrated at Mark Doligon.
Well, we are in our final 2 minutes, folks.
Here we go with that follow play again.
Darvish. The recovery made by Doligon. And now he throws it to row 2.
Earlier, first pass was row 4.
Yeah, now it's row 2.
Now it's row 2.
$78-59 right now. So this will be the first win for the Pilipinas Aguilas. Adrian Lau can't contain it. How about Rafi Inon is in the game for the first time? Rafi Inon, of course, I thought he was going to be one of the assistant coaches of this team. Apparently, he still wants to play. There he is, number 00.
Oh, great pass.
Does not get an assist though, but Jello Alangilan tracks it down. Darwish Bederi and BGC's in the penalty anyway, so the former UP Fighting Maroon is going to get to the free throw line.
Actually, I'm wondering here at the stat sheet, Noel, Rafi Inon already with a DNP.
No, because you got that from the third quarter, so he did not play in the third quarter. He's going to get some some minutes in the final stats. Darwish Baderi misses on the first one. So the Pilipinas Aguilas bounce back from the loss against Harimau in a big way here against the BGC Builders. But now BGC is in trouble at 0-3 in their group. And we're going to have one more timeout called here for the BGC Builders. Again, a 20-point lead for the Pilipinas Aguilas, 79-59. Only a minute and 15 seconds remaining in this one. This will be loss number 3 for the BGC Builders. And they don't look to be very happy right now. They threw the ball to row 4. They threw the ball to row 2. Let's see if they can hit row 6 later on. Doligon throws that one away.
Turnover.
Now, obviously, frustration has set in here for the BGC Builders.
BGC coach just putting his hands in his head.
Uh-oh, Rafi Inyon.
I hope he makes this one. Oh.
Lau with a recovery. I remember during the shoot-around, I was watching Rafi Inyon. He was the pick setter for the guards. Alangilan on the miss.
There you go, Marlon Monte.
They're going to give that to him. 39 seconds remaining. All we're waiting for here is the final score in this impending victory now for the Pilipinas Aguilas, back on track after losing on opening day. Looks like Mangas is going to take a 24-second violation unless they come up with a pick play. There you go. Alangilan baseline. And Baderi touched it last. Alan Mangas wants to challenge that last call. I think he should just challenge us to some titerak.
Titerak.
Yeah. That's it. BGC's not even going to try for the shot anymore. So
dribble this one out.
Yeah, this will be the final score, ladies and gentlemen. 79-61, the victory for the Pilipinas Aguilas, an 18-point win against the BGC Builders. And obviously, you know, our best player is going to be Prince Esse. I'm not quite sure if he hit the double-double, but he did come away with 20 points. At one point of the game, he had 9 rebounds as well. So the battle of the two Philippine teams goes the way of the Pilipinas Aguilas, 79-61. But your assessment here, it looks like a looser team now for the Pilipinas Aguilas. They did have some frustrating moments when they were trying to pull away against the BGC Builders, but in the end, they were able to pull away.
Yeah, I agree with you. And Pilipinas Aguilas, they really need this win. And just to get, fuel them up for their next upcoming games and try to get to maybe the number 2 spot since they lost to Harimau.
Well, let's see. Maybe Harimau's going to drop a game, when they go up against teams like Asil or something like that. That's always going to be an interesting one. But for today, the celebration for the first victory of the Pilipinas Aguilas has happened right now, 79-61. It looks like Janine is ready with our player of the game, Prince Esse.
We have here our player of the game, Prince Esse from Pilipinas Aguilas. So Prince, you really looked like you had so much fun today. Can you tell us, what were the emotions running through your head today?
Basically, from my team, my coach, they told me who I am, that I should play. I should just play the game. And we are able to play as a team, not me. I mean, our team find me and I was able to execute.
Of course, it was a collective effort from you and your team. Now, do you have a message to anyone who is watching you today in the live stream?
I want to say a really good shout out to my school, Perpetual Help University, my family, Melanie, Uju, Ada, Ebuka, Ifai, Emeka, Adeze. I want to say I miss you all and take care.
I'm sure those people are really proud of you. So congratulations, Prince, and to the Pilipinas Aguilas for getting their first win in this tournament. And now let's turn it over to the panel.
That was Janine Sakal with our player of the game, Prince Eze. And they finally get that elusive first win. Taking a look at the numbers here, the field goal numbers weren't pretty for both sides. And if you're Coach Louis Montfort, what number do you want to improve on here?
I think mainly the three-point shooting. They have to knock down those open threes. And they really need that against the other Malaysian teams, since they're also a run and gun and they rely so much on their three-point shooting. But one thing I want to point out for the Pilipinas Aguilas, they really did a great job on the defensive end. And that's one of the main focuses of Coach Montfort, is they want to cut the scores of their opponents to a really low-scoring game. And they did that tonight perfectly.
Yeah, they were able to limit their opposition to 61 points. Now, can they do that again? That's the big question there. But we are going to continue with the third game of our quadruple header today. It will be Elang Pacific taking on Team MBC. And we will have a new panel to do that. We're going to have Meng come in along with Coach Adrian. And they're also going to be working with Mika Madrid. It was the day of the Prince today in the Filbasket International Championship, as Prince Eze tore up the opposition for 20 points in the win for the Pilipinas Aguilas. For Jen Reyes and, of course, our courtside reporter, Janine Sakal, this is Noel Zarate bidding you adieu, but we are still in the middle of our 4-game schedule for today. Hang on for more Sportsclick Filbasket International Championship coverage. We'll be right back.
Pushing with it.